Okay guys, not all is well in the garden apparently on the world of Twitter. The prop industry is about to end. The prop industry destroys traders. But do they really? Well, I'm going to bring one of the key players of the 5%ers onto the channel on this video, and we're going to put those questions to them, and we'll find out.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If it's your first time here, big fella Scruff. I'm trying to put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. And if that sounds good, do grab your stress ball, because apparently it's quite a stressful time. And when it is stressful, I always do the same thing. Get me coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And I kind of need to lubricate my throat, because in a moment I'm going to be bringing Alex from the 5%ers onto the channel. And I'm going to ask him some quite probing questions that came directly from you. Now, where did these questions come from? Well, I did a video at the weekend that did quite well. Is this the end of prop? Because the fivers have made the decision, as have a lot of prop firms, to stop onboarding US clients. And when you look at Twitter and even the comments in that sort of video, you'll find that it's normally from the uninformed. I don't like to talk about rumor. I'd rather have hard fact. And the question sort of how reliable prop firms are, etc. And then they make assumptions that they know little information about. So I thought the easiest way to address this is actually ask it directly to the company and see what happens. Now, I'm also going to show you something to kind of verify what's going on. Some of the comments were questioning kind of what I do, and one of them said nobody verified results that they get any money from a prop firm. Well, I do it all the time. There's my Wise account. I've dealt with these for a long time. If I click all, I don't need to show you this, and I'm not going to do it again. You'll see they are paying me constantly. I take set amount of money out each month so I can grow the account and keep it valid. Why do I do that? Because I now use that money as a vehicle to go elsewhere, and that goes into an investment house, because somebody said that I haven't got a pot to piss in. Well, there's 75.5 grand from the prop industry, because it all goes into here. And then what I do is I trade it in here on a global all cap ETF, and also put it into the S&P 500, keep it on there. And then as a track record, I took on the Darwin, so you can see my track record. Now, if I go on to the last 3 months, you can kind of see what's going on. So this is the last quarter. My risk reward, if that's what you go down, is in check. I don't go for risk reward, I go for return on investment, which is what it is. There are 40,000 traders in this platform, of which 5,500 are ranked, and I'm in the top 10%. And I've moved up again today. Out of the 226 trades of Forex, 96% of them are winners, so I'm quite happy with that. In the indexes, I took 100 trades at 86% hit rate, and in the commodity industry, I took 113 trades at 96%. Okay, it's all in the homework, guys. Now, if I pull this down and we start looking at what's annualized, because this is funded, click in the rating calculator to see what's happening for this month, there's going to be another 30,000 put into it. So I kind of trust my track record. I know what I'm doing. I've been in this industry a long time, and I've seen a lot of things come and go, because I'm old. I'm 54 in the next birthday. 24 years I've been running businesses, and my business started and had to have trading incorporated into it through forward purchasing. So I've been around the markets a long time as well. There are growing pains. Many moons ago, the industry had a shockwave when it moved from dealing desk on a telephone and quants over into the internet fully charged and became the retail market. It needed to be regulated, and ESMA came in, put regulations in, and the rumors that you are hearing now were all spoke about when that happened. It didn't end the world. In fact, it made it better. Now, what's going on over in the US, again, are growing pains. And when there's growing pains, sometimes some people get a little bit disjointed. But then you have the conspiracy theorists, the doom and gloomers, who just don't believe anything that's in front of them and they want everything for free. Well, in this world, there are no free rides. You have to put the work in. And if you're not prepared to put the work in, well, then you shouldn't get anything. And you certainly shouldn't complain about it. And sadly, that's what happens. And those complaints filtered through to the regulators, and the regulators are duty bound to check. And then here we are. So what we're going to do is, Alex is head of customer care, and he is on the sort of board committee that makes decisions and looks heavily into how company is operated, and he's a good mouthpiece for the company. So let's bring him on and we'll see what he has to say. And here he is, Alex, the boy wonder, smiling as always. How are you the days, kid?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. A little bit cold, you know. I got my jacket on, my puffer and everything, but
how can you possibly be cold in your part of the world?
I know.
You want to be cold?
I'm being a princess. That's what I
am. Well, you are better looking than me. Does that make me the toad?
I wouldn't say so, but there you go. You know.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you why you're here, just for the value of the viewers that are watching.
Yeah.
There's obviously a bit of fallout with the US markets and the prop industry as it is at this moment. And I did put a video out asking if it's the end of the prop, really as a tagline. But
nice.
Then just to kind of give my spin on what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's all well and good talking from rumor. I'd rather hear it as fact. And that's why I've asked you to come. And the questions that I'm going to ask you kind of come from the viewers themselves rather than myself. But some of it you might already know, others you mightn't, and it'll just be nice to get a bit of insight if that's okay. So can we talk really candid?
Go for it. You know me. You know, we have our chats and everything's open.
We do, and one of the things, I mean, one of the questions that was asked was kind of confidence in the 5%ers. Now, I can only speak from experience. And some people say I'm biased and one thing or another. I'm not biased. I've just been in business a long time and I know a good business partner want to see one. Now, you guys have paid me every month for my efforts for 2 years. So I've never had an issue. So where do you think you point the difference with the fivers is compared to other prop firms that are going through these pains? What confidence do you think the fivers is giving the clients?
Well, I always say, you know, I can't look at other prop firms and we try not to look at other prop firms, but our mission statement for the fivers is we want to be a part of every trader's journey. And that's through the beginner traders where we're helping them with education. We're trying to help them get to profitability quicker. Or if it's the experienced traders that can't get access to capital. And we invest so much money in bringing guests, webinars, workshops, educational platforms, videos on demand. Honestly, we give everything to make sure that our traders are in the best possible place to be able to extract profits for the market so we both can benefit from their skill level. And I wouldn't put my face to anything that I don't believe in. And if you ever see all of our live streams or everything, we always bring Gil on, and we always bring the Fiverr CEO, Sol. We always bring people on, and we all are very face frontal, you know. My English is going, but we're always putting our face out there, and we're just going to carry on doing what we're doing and bringing the solid traders that we have and nurturing them. And that is ultimately going to help our business. And that's just making sure our traders are doing well. And that's it.
Well, from a personal point of view, and for anybody who knows me, I have confidence in them. And they're the only prop firm I put my name to. And it's actually because of what you've just said. You are front facing because I've been to dinner with all of you. You know, I've shook hands personally with you. And I'm old school business. You know, I'm 54 in April, so that's 24 years of running businesses now. I've always done things on a handshake. So okay.
A lot of people have, you know. Remember we went to London, we did a massive event. We brought hundreds of traders from all around, came to London to benefit from everything that we put on there. You know, we didn't make money from that event. That event was specifically there to give value to the traders, and everybody got to meet Gil. Everybody got to meet all of the different traders. I got to meet so many people, and you know, that's the type of people we are and the type of company that we are.
It was very open. I mean, my guys that came down, I do apologize for my guys. Because us lot kind of ran riot when we were down there. But they really loved meeting a lot in the pub in a social atmosphere because it wasn't standoffish. It was quite open. Okay, cool. Well, all right. Well, let's get down into nitty gritty. Can you give just a brief overview of the Fiverr's idea of what's happening in the US with the regulators? Because obviously, when you look at Twitter, it's like the truth, their truth, and then the real truth. And the real truth seems to have been lost in translation. And even when I read the comments on that video, it is literally just hearsay. And I wouldn't take any of it with a pinch of salt, you know, because they don't know the facts. They don't know what was happening behind closed doors. They're just kind of adding 2 to 2 and getting 6. What's the Fiverr's standpoint on what's going on? Because I know you can take clients if you want to, but you've made a decision not to. Why is that?
So, first of all, the US regulatory system is probably one of the most strictest ones in the entire world. And from our understanding, we started noticing a couple of companies, FTMO, a couple of other companies closing off US traders. Don't know why, didn't even look into it. We've got a very good relationship with Metaquotes. We're never contacted, nothing like this. You know, pushed it is obviously been about a month, and I think last week we started to seeing a big flow in Twitter, everybody going crazy. This company's been this, and this company stopped trading, and loads of palaver and loads of fuss. And from our understanding is a lot of these companies that are using brokers as kind of a bridge of service, like a third-party service. As you go into a prop firm and you get, you know, given a broker, and then the broker is providing you that service, and the prop firm is a white label on top of that service. And that goes against Metaquotes' terms of service.
Right, okay.
So that what happened was, I think there was a few complaints from certain companies. I think obviously US traders were complaining about, you know, you had obviously TFT, and you had my funded TFF. You got so many different names. True funded, True Forex funds, and all of these kinds of stuff. And once the regulators are looking into, okay, hold on a second, all of these companies are using this type of service to offer CFD contracts or CFD trading to US citizens. So instead of going through each company one by one, we're going to go after the service that they're using, which is the platform of Metaquotes. So they've obviously gone to Metaquotes and put pressure on them to make sure that they are upholding a certain their agreements with onboarding US clients and things like that for CFD trading. And in turn, Metaquotes have then looked into their brokers that are offering services to prop firms. And then that is what has started causing this kind of domino effect. Now, the reason why we are so late and we were like, yo, hey, all the American traders can come to us, it's totally fine, which was totally fine, was because we've got our own licenses. We don't use any kind of broker in between. We have got our own personal licenses, our own liquidity providers. Metaquotes have never contacted us. We contacted Metaquotes and needed to find out what is going on. Why are all of these prop firms in the industry, closing, not using Metaquotes for this and that? And that's what they said. And they said, you guys have got nothing to worry about. You guys are above board in everything that you do. You are not in the same situation. And they gave us the reasoning why this was all happening because of the brokers and the third-party services.
Well,
Fine.
that kind of raises a query as well, and it answers the query at the same time, because one person contacted me and said, well, if they knew they were going to pull out, why were they advertising to US clients on the way up? But if you were already whiter than white, it's just business as usual.
Yeah.
Until you make a difficult decision, if there's a legal implication to stop. Am I on the right tracks here?
Well, yeah, if you don't know there's a problem, or,
business as usual.
At the moment, we don't know there's a problem. We're waiting for a legal opinion, to get an updated legal opinion, just in case we are missing something. Yeah. We're always trying to be above board. The only way that you can survive
back to confidence, because if you've made a decision to protect the client, by just saying, look, we okay as we are, but we're just not going to take anybody on just in case. Now, a lot of people will see that and go, oh no, that's wrong. But to me, from a business point of view, is actually sensible. Because it's really just a storm and a teacup, really, isn't it?
We've got to think about, the whole firm. We've got to think about, protecting the traders that we have got trading for us now,
But at the end of the day, a worst case scenario here. Let's just say the regulators go, okay, Alex, we've looked at the situation and you are not allowed to take US clients on no more. Is there a workaround for it? Sort of something like futures in the Chicago Mercantile? Or
who knows? Who knows, Scruff? And I wish I was I wish I was a regulator and I wish I knew all the answers and I had a crystal ball. Maybe it would help in, my trading if I knew all the futures. I don't know. All I know is that we can see that, there's been a little bit of anarchy on Twitter with all of these prop firms. We've spoke to Metaquotes to find out what's going on. And, sometimes it's better safe being sorry, and getting updated legal opinions, which you do need. And you need to be able to constantly get updated legal opinions in this industry, in the financial industry in general. And for that reason, stopping new US traders until we understand more was the most healthiest and smartest thing to do. That's just a sensible way of doing business. We've got
just kind of staying in the uncomfortable side, because I don't want to. I really want this to be candid, because it's the fairest way. Now, my way of doing business and problem solving was always, I look at the worst case scenario and then I build it up, because anything from there gets better. What is the worst case scenario? Just shutting out the US, and do you think there might be a ripple effect to Europe, or is this completely isolated to one area?
The problem with the US is they are really against CFD trading.
Well, yeah, they've got the various patent rules in place, and it's a nightmare to day trade there.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we look for traders, and traders are contracted out to provide a skill for us. They're freelancers. That's what they are. And yeah, there shouldn't be any issues with that. But if we have to stop, if Metaquotes decide that they're getting pressured to stop US clients from coming onto their platform, and in turn everybody that uses Metaquotes have to stop onboarding American clients. Okay, there's other platforms and there's other things. It's not the end of the world.
Right. Okay.
That's why.
That raises another question. If
Yeah.
let's just say Metaquote again. I'm staying sort of on the floor here. I will lift it up for you, kid. Don't worry.
No,
But
it's
what
good.
kind?
It's fine.
Because I talk to a lot of traders, and a lot of traders are coders. They write code for MT.
Okay.
If we look in at different platforms, are you looking at a platform that can potentially migrate these quotas over? Because me, I can't code for anything. I do everything manual, so it doesn't bother me whether you're using Mickey Mouse's platform or MT platform. It doesn't really matter because I do it manually. Is there going to be anything put in place for coders? Like you look at a platform they can code.
Again, this is how I can say we took the decision to stay on the safe side and get a legal opinion. We this is new to us, we haven't even we've been working on getting new platforms for months in general, just because we have had so many traders that want C trader, that want DX trade. They want loads of different other. Not everybody likes MT5. A lot of people think MT5 is clunky.
They call it outdated, everything.
They call it outdated, 90s software, all of the names under the sun. So we've been working on getting, platforms in general. But all of these questions people have been thinking about, I feel like people are thinking that everybody knew this was going to happen. Like this is a big conspiracy, and things in this industry and things in the financial industry change very quickly. And, again, we're going to wait until we hear what our legal opinion says once they've done more research and looked into it. And then from there, we'll decide. But some of these questions I can't even answer because I don't know,
fine. I mean, it's like I said, I'd rather speak candidly rather than just sort of bombard you with God knows what. And
of course,
sometimes uncharted waters, you haven't got an answer. We've just got to suck it and see. No,
I'm sure the other prop firms, the ones that have an actual issue, and the issue is they've got no provider now for service.
Okay.
So those people, I think they would already be working on solutions for their particular problem. At the moment, we don't have a problem. At the moment, we are just mitigating potential risk. And that's what you have to do in your trading. That's just normal day-to-day trading.
Enough, I mean, I'll drop you a poll. It'll be in a video sort of very shortly. I asked why traders fail. Because everybody's banging on about this now years ago. And this kind of, and it will segue back into what we're talking about. Everyone used to say the brokers worked against them. There was stop hunting and various other bits and pieces. Whereas when I put the poll up, it was last. Nobody thinks stop hunting exists, or it's not a major problem anymore. The actual biggest major problem was oversizing a position and with no education. Now, you answered earlier on that you're putting a lot of investment into education. I know this because on the VOD, it's me that's there, which is why I wanted to talk to you, because it's my name as well as yours. And I kind of want to put a lot of people to rest. Now, if these measures are getting brought into place, I don't know what the regulations are because I haven't read any of the documents either because they're not released. But a few years ago, we went through ESMA. Now, this was
in Europe. Yeah.
And everybody had this knee-jerk reaction when they said it was coming. And it came relatively quick. They said it would be the end of retail trading as we know it, and probably the death of the retail trader. They did it, and the rumors of stop hunting ended. And it ended because they reduced the leverage. They took away binary options, which was basically gambling, and derivatives of Bitcoin and the various other cryptos at the time, because it was like the Wild West. Yeah. Now, skip forward 2 years or 3 or 4 years, whatever it is, can't remember. I'm getting old now. My memory's going. Maybe I am the toad. I would say the retail marketplace is better now than it's ever been. And I've been in this industry 19 years. I think it is now more secure because of regulation. So with the prop industry not really being regulated the same way, do you think these measures are going to be for the greater good?
You just answered it, Scruff.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you. You're the one that's crunching the numbers. You know, I mean,
Look, of course it is. Wouldn't you prefer going to a company that you know they're above board on everything, they're following regulation, they've got a headquarters, they've got, you know, their workers are face to the customer. You know all of them. You can message them all. That's a company that you wanna use, you know, and regulation and getting rid of all these cowboy companies. Just, to be honest, you know, do what you got to do, you know, like the only thing that I can say, the only thing that I will say is regulation is a natural occurrence through any kind of niche or emerging market. And you can say our form of trading is a niche or emerging market within the financial industry. It's still quite new, and regulation does need to come in naturally. If it's getting pushed, you know, a lot harder because of certain bad characters, if that's the course it has to go through, that's the course it has to go through. And I think the companies that are staying, you know, beyond the curve. Can you say beyond the curve? Is that a thing? Oh,
above the bell curve.
Above the bell curve. Oh, you know the old English sayings. They're the companies that are going to be here for the long run, and they're going to be continuing to better their service, innovating, making the industry better, and that's what we want. So change is hard for a lot of people, and people tend to blow things out of proportions. And that's why, you know, when I said to you, this is just business as usual. Like, it literally is business as usual. Nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed at the moment is currently, until we get updated legal opinions, US traders cannot register for new programs with us.
Well, as a final note, just to sort of put it, you're saying business as usual. Okay. It's a protection against new traders coming in because you don't want to let them down if they're there. What about the people that are already currently there? Because there's a lot of them worried and again,
business as usual.
Noise on Twitter.
Yeah, they can.
Is it business as normal? Will they get paid? And is everything secure?
Scruff, you know they.
I know the answer.
Yeah,
I just want you to say it.
No, I'd say with all of our traders that are trading with us, you got business as usual. If you're a US trader and you're trading, we are going to look at. We are already in the process of getting, working on a platform to migrate traders to mitigate any potential risk. But that's a platform we were working on bringing out anyway. But that's just the first priority would be moving those traders over to the platform. But again, just carry on trading, and the markets are great at the moment. And my short on gold is working out finally, Scruff, as I told you.
That means if yours is going short, mine.
I was looking at it, the whole conversation. I was like, oh God, red again. And
no, it's not that bad. I've still got faith.
Yeah.
2024 spot 18.
Yeah, I'm looking to take it down.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to kill it at half profit.
Yeah, 2017, I'm looking to take it down to. But yeah, business as usual, and everything is
reference. If you say in 2017, I've actually got I'm just sorry, boys and girls, we drifted off. I've got a level key level, 2018 spot 45.
No,
so miles off of both analysis.
No, and it could bounce. It could bounce from there. I'd actually look at that level to see what reaction it gets, and if it gets quite a powerful reaction, maybe I'll take profits a little bit early. But
happy day. Well, it's always a pleasure, Alex. It genuinely is. Still looking forward to see what's happening with the fibers this year, because I do know
so am I
putting a big emphasis on education and pushing that through. I do know you're doing the giveaways and various things on the live streams, etc. So there's a lot of good stuff for people out there.
Definitely.
What I will
You're
say,
gonna
just because you got it free, still treat it like a proper.
Thank you. That is exactly what you can read my mind. You know, we've been friends for quite a while now, so you can kind of read my mind.
Yes.
The boot camp is the reason why we're giving away boot camps. One's to bring more traders, awareness to the live trading rooms. We talk about psychology, we talk about ways of trading, we enter into trades live, we bring loads of guests, Scruffy, we bring people like him to show their techniques and things like that. But the reason why we provide giveaways on bootcamp accounts is because those are the accounts we really feel nurture the traders. It gives you certain rules and certain things for you to abide by to get, to help your trading. That's what it was made for. We're not going to give an instant funding or a high stakes, high risk account, because that's what we believe in, the slow, steady progression, the shades of success. And that's why the boot camps are there. So if you have, the luck of getting one of the boot camps in our live trading rooms, trade it seriously. It is for free, and we will obviously look at everything that you're doing, like if you've paid, but we want to see traders develop. And I think that's one of the best ways we can do. If they're watching our streams, they're looking at our education, they're doing our VOD, and then they're taking a boot camp and then they're using what we're saying and putting it into practice. We want them as a funded trader. And that's the reasons why we're doing giveaways.
Super. Excellent. Pleasure as always. I still hate you because you're good looking. I genuinely do.
That's all right.
And when we catch up in Amsterdam, dinner's on you.
I thought you were taking me out for dinner this time. Actually, what this time you pay? Yeah, it's every time.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what. I'll take you to one of them special cafes, and then we'll figure out which one's got.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah.
Have a good cycle race in Amsterdam, and I'll catch you soon.
Thank you, Scruff. Take care,
Pleasure
man.
as always. Okay, guys. So that was Alex from the Fivers. It was a very candid chat, and I didn't want to pressure him too much, but at the same time, I wanted to pressure him on the situation, what's going on, and see if we can get to the root cause. And as he said, if you are a US citizen and you've been onboarded already, it's business as usual. And for those wishing to take part, the doors are temporarily closed till they know what the legal implications are. But at the moment, everything seems to be fine. Now, I will be talking to some other companies this week and trying to put similar questions to them just to see what their idea of the situation is. And who knows? But from a trading point of view, always remember, everything starts and ends with you. You're the one who presses the button. You're the one that makes the decision to take the trade or not. If you got it wrong, it is not the company's fault. If you haven't followed the rules that are laid out by the prop industry, you get people all the time saying the prop industry is working against me. Went through this years ago where they used to say it was stop hunting in retail before ESMA. No, it's not. You put the position size in, you put your profit target in, you put your stop in, and ultimately you press the button. You have to take responsibility. And if you can take responsibility, you'll trade sensibly. Trade sensibly, slow and steady, as I've just shown you. Take £1,000 a month, a couple of £1,000 a month, it starts building up. And those building funds can give you a big fund. Put that into an investment tracker, and that'll start working for you as well, with next to no risk. Make the money work for you. So work the chart. Don't let the chart work you. As always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.